Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be unboxing something a little bit different than what we've looked at so far on my channel. Mostly what I've reviewed so far have been beauty subscription boxes or dinner type weekly meal plans. Today we are going to be unboxing Paletteful packs for the month of June and July. Paletteful packs is probably one of my favorite subscription boxes. It is a art subscription box. I debated on several different art subscription boxes that I wanted to go with, and ultimately I chose this one just because it caters around 2D art. So it has a lot of products for drawing, sketching, painting, pastels, anything that you can create art on a flat piece of paper. So I really like that aspect of it, and I'm really happy with what I've received in my boxes so far. I've been a member with Paletteful Packs since November of last year. It gives you a variety of materials to try, so you kind of push yourself out of your comfort zone. For those of you who are not familiar with Paletteful Packs, they are a monthly art subscription box. There are 3 different levels that you can choose from. There is the Young Artist Paletteful Pack, which starts at $31.95 a month, and that is for your budding young artists to kind of dip their toes into different art styles. The boxes typically include student grade products, and they give you everything that you need to create a full project. So it includes the materials plus the paper or board to create the art project for that month. There is also a Paletteful Petite pack, and that is $24.95 a month. That typically is a smaller box, so the medium or the paper that you get tends to be on the smaller size. And the Paletteful pack box that I am currently subscribed to is the Premier Paletteful pack, and that is $35.95 a month. And you typically get a bigger box, and you get bigger substrates on it to create your project. So the nice thing is that with all 3 tiers, you do get everything you need to create a full project. You are not just getting the materials and then you have to go source the paper or the board or the canvas to be able to use those. So that's the other reason why I really liked Paletteful packs. Some of the other art subscription boxes don't include the paper to actually create the full project. Like I said, we are going to be unboxing June and July, so let's start with the June box. They do include this little packing stuff, so we'll get most of that out for now. Oh no! One of my pens, the lid came off, so it might be dried out. Alright, so this is everything that we got in this month's box. We've got a couple different pens. So we've got a Pentel point liner, water and fade resistant in 0.1. We got a Micron archival ink pen, and is this in black? Yep. Okay, so it's just a Micron pen in black. We got a Pigma BB Sakura pen, so it's a kind of a fat brush marker. And then this is the one that ended up having the lid off of it in the box. It's a Pentel point liner in 0.8, so it is a fatter pen, and that is just in black. So I'll have to play around with that, see if I can get the ink to actually come out. And then they give you a Jelly Roll white gel pen. So those are the loose pens that are in here. And then inside this is the Koi coloring brush pen, and these are blendable, odorless, transparent ink, and they are water-based ink, and they're definitely a brush. Okay, I have heard of Koi before. I see them on Amazon quite a bit, and they seem to be good quality. And then last but not least in here is Stonehenge Aqua. Looks like it's a paper block. It looks like it's cold pressed watercolor paper. And it's just kind of a standard size. Oh, they give you a couple different options to play around with. So they give you a hot press, so this has like a smoother finish to it. And then they give you a cold press watercolor paper, which has a little bit of a texture. That's what we got in the month of June box. Super excited about this. I always love getting pens. And then I'm really excited to try these watercolor pens. I've not tried the pens like this with the brush. So I'm not going to swatch or do anything with these just because this video would end up being really long. I just kind of wanted to give you an overview of the kind of things that you would be getting in your different boxes, and then you can be the judge of whether or not you think this is worth it for you. So that was June. All right, so this is our July box, and this is actually quite a bit heftier than the June box. And again, we've got the little crispy crunchy packing material that I'll try and take out and not make a mess everywhere. This is what we got on the inside of the box. So this one does include a card. For a while there, Paletteful Packs was trying to save on paper and printing and costs by not including their cards. They would email it to you. But then last month they sent me an email and asked whether or not I wanted to have a card included in my box, and I said yes, just because it's a little bit more convenient when I'm actually opening the box. They do offer some prompts and tips to use the products and also to kind of get like your creativity going. So for this month, their Paletteful prompt rules, it says make a drawing or painting based on your interpretation of the prompt. Post it to social media, hashtag, and all that good stuff. And the prompt list is landscape, and then the second prompt is farm animal. So again, if you're having like a creativity block, they do give you kind of some kind of a direction to go towards, just to help you out a little bit. Oh my gosh, I haven't used these in forever. Oh, I'm so excited about this. So I used to play around with these when I was a kid. It's a scratch board, and they've got a couple different sizes in here. So what a scratch board is it's black, and then as you scratch away the top layer on the black, it'll reveal, it's usually white underneath. So you can do almost like a negative type of drawing. And I used to play around with these all the time as a kid. So they give you this little board that, does it have a size on it? It doesn't. It just looks like it's maybe about a 5x5 little black scratch board. And then they do give you a bigger one, that sized. And then they give you this engraving tool set. So these are the actual quote unquote pens that you would use to scratch off that top layer on the scratch boards. And they have a bunch of different shapes so you can create different textures. I'll show you on the back here. Gives you kind of tips on, you know, the different textures that you can get with the different sizes of the pens. So that is really exciting. All right, let's see what this is. Create inks and ready to scratch. So then they give you an additional pad, and this is actually scratch art by Melissa and Doug. I didn't realize that Melissa and Doug made art materials. I have a bunch of their toys for my kid, but I didn't realize they had expanded into the art world. But this is just another type of scratch board. It's black, pre-inked, ready to scratch. So that's nice that they gave you paper, and then they gave you a bigger board and then a smaller board to kind of play around with. And then let's see, there's 4 different colors in here. We've got carmine red, ultramarine blue, a black, it says black repair, and then a yellow. And these are scratch board inks. Let's see what it says. I've not heard of this before, so I don't really know what you're supposed to do. Oh, I see what you're supposed to do. Okay, so when you scratch off the black on the scratch boards, it reveals the white underneath. So if you want to tint it with a color, you can use this to kind of go over the areas that are white that's shown through and give them a color. So that's really neat. And then this looks like if you've made a mistake, you can put that black color back on. So on the other side of the card, they do list the materials and how much they retail for. The Emerson scratch board, which, oh, it is 5x5, retails for $5.70. So the Royal engraving tool set retails for $6.19. The clayboard, the scratchboard clayboard, retails for $4.35 each. And then the scratchboard pad retails for $6.70. So that is everything that we got in both the June and July Paletteful packs. Like I said, this is probably one of my favorite boxes to unbox just because I feel I'm a pretty creative person, and you know, you kind of get into a rut with, you know, trying to come up with your own ideas for painting and drawing and that kind of thing. Whereas this will push you outside your comfort zone a little bit. I used to do scratch boards as a kid, but I haven't in years. So this is kind of fun to just get your creative juices flowing and, you know, have you try different art styles and art materials. And it helps you branch out a little bit in your art. And I love that they do have the student option or the student box. That way, like if you know a young kid that's starting to show an interest in, you know, in art and doesn't know where to start, like this is the perfect gift for them. This video is not sponsored in any way. I just really love this box. Like I said, I've researched so much out of the different art boxes, and this just seemed like a good fit for me just because your entire you have everything in the box to create a project, and they give you the prompts to help you, you know, if you get kind of stuck on ideas of what to do with the materials that they've given you. So that is all that I have for you today. If you have tried any other art subscription boxes, let me know in the comments below which other ones you recommend. I'd love to hear from you. I'm always willing to branch out. So thank you for joining me today. As always, like this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Subscribe and share with your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.